The National Assembly has approved the participation of independent candidates in elections in the country. The Red Chamber also approved that its presiding officers would henceforth be members of the National Security Council. These resolutions of the Senate followed the approval of Constitution Alteration Bill number 46 and 58 by the number of states required to make them part of the Constitution. Take a look.
The Chairman, Senate Ad Hoc Committee on the Review and Deputy President of the Senate, Ovie Omoagege, in a motion informed the Senate that the bills have been passed by the required number of states to make them form part of the Constitution. Omoagege's motion was titled Passage of Constitution 5th Alteration Bill numbers 46, Membership of the National Security Council to include presiding officers of the National Assembly, and 58, Independent Candidacy 2023.
5th Alteration Bill number 46, Membership of the National Security Council to include presiding officers of the National Assembly, and Bill number 58, Independent Candidacy 2023. Mr. President, the Senate recalled that on Tuesday, the 2nd day of May 2023, the clerk to the National Assembly was directed to transmit Constitution Alteration Bill number 20, which is the uniform retirement age for judicial officers.
After considering the motion, the Senate directed the clerk to the National Assembly to transmit Constitution Alteration Bill number 58 to President Muhammadu Buhari for assent in line with the provisions of the Authentication Act.
Have to have that judiciary working. At the moment, they work under very stressful conditions, and that is not the kind of environment that would expect optimum performance, especially when the numbers of the years that they will have to live is not looking very encouraging to them. So I want to commend the Committee on Constitutional Review, particularly the chairman and the man who wanted to usurp my presiding powers, and members of the committee for working so hard in the first instance, and then the State House of Assembly for agreeing with us.
The bill seeks to provide for independent candidacy in presidential, governorship, national and state houses of assembly, and local government council elections. The clerk was also directed to transmit to the President Constitution Amendment Bill number 46, which seeks to include the presiding officers of the National Assembly in the membership as members of the National Security Council.